and welcome to this 4-day session on Manodharma Sangeetam, specifically Kalpanaswarams and Raga Alapana. I would like to welcome all of you who are present here offline, as well as all of you who have logged in online for this session. And also at the outset, I would like to thank Shaale for having put this together and for having made this 4-day session possible. Are all of you ready to start? Shall we begin? Everyone online? I request all of you online to please switch on your videos so that reduces the gap a little bit so we can see each other even though you might be many, many miles away. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go straight into the first topic for today, which is Kalpanaswaram singing. Before we start, I'd like to know, you can just by show of hand tell me which level you feel you belong to. If you have learnt many kritis and varnams and are yet to try Kalpanaswarams, please let me know now, because I would like to know what level we should target through the 4 days. Okay, nice. And those of you online, the same category? Okay. Those of us who know kritis and have tried Manodharmam on and off for some of them, some Kalpanaswaram here, some Alapana there. Okay, good. Anyone who feels they have done a lot of Manodharmam, say for at least 10 ragas or 15 ragas, Alapana and Swara Kalpana? Okay. Okay. Fine. So all of you are okay with starting with the basics of Manodharma Sangeetam, right? So we'll start there and see where we reach in 4 days' time. Okay? Yeah. And I request all of you to feel free to sing at any point you have a doubt, please make sure you ask me. You can. I think we'll structure it in such a way that at the end of every day, we'll have a short question-answer session so that you can get your doubts clarified if I know the answer. And if there are some advanced level students of Manodharma Sangeetam, I'll be singing a few rounds of swaras or a few segments of Alapana in a slightly harder ragam for the benefit of those participants as well. I'll give you an example. See, I recently started studying a foreign language. I started studying French. And when I log in for my teacher's class, the teacher is based out of London. When I log in for her classes with the others, when I first started studying French, I would maybe understand 2 words in the entire session. So over a period of 2 months, I found that I understood about 2 sentences in the entire session. And then after a few months after that, I found that I got the gist of most of what she had to say. And 2 years down the line, I can't actually believe that I get most of the things and I'm able to answer kind of accurately most times. I do make mistakes and I learn from them. So I hope all of you have that same attitude and are willing to just give it a go, because that's what will make it as enjoyable as possible. That's the first priority. We should have fun while singing. Okay? So Swaram singing, I would say it is a mix of 5 different things. Accuracy being the first one on my list, followed by memory, followed by, I think you'll all have access to the recording, so don't focus on writing down, just listen as well as possible. The third point being listening. Then, it goes without saying that we all have to practice. And 5th is building our confidence while singing. Anything, be it Kalpita Sangeetam or Manodharma Sangeetam. What do we mean by accuracy? So many types of accuracy. Shruti perfection, Swarasthana accuracy. When we sing ragams with Gamakam, Gamakam perfection. To be accurate with the raga bhava. So I cannot sing Hamsadhwani intending it to be Mohanam. So that's going to get confusing. So I have to have separate compartments for all the ragams in my head and be able to distinguish between them. And talam accuracy. This is specifically for Kalpana Swaram singing. I see some students, when we start doing swarams for an Adi Talam song, they might have just sung a Rupaka Talam song. And then when I say, let's do swarams in Adi Talam, and they'll go like this. So then you don't know what to tell them. So it's important to separate all these ragams and all the talams you know and kind of match where it is needed. So if you're doing swaram for a song in Hamsadhwani in Adi Talam, you stick to Hamsadhwani, you stick to Adi Talam. So that's a very basic thing, but it could slip out of our mind if we are not careful. Then the next point I mentioned was memory. Remember the swarams in the ragam. Remember what order the swarams should be sung in the ragam. I mean, that's flexible sometimes, but if the Arohanam, say, has a sa ga ri ma pa ni pa sa, I cannot sing sa ri ga ma pa ni sa in that ragam. So a small thing like that will just change it. So what ragam was sa ga ri ma pa ni sa? What ragam was it? Nalina Kanti. Great. Okay. So remembering the swaras in the raga, remembering the order of the swaras in the raga, and like I said earlier, for talam accuracy, remember the talam of the song. Then, two main points that we have to know are the start point of the sahitya. Which swara does it start on? Where in the tala does it start on? So if we know these two things, so these two are the main things. Of course, if by default you can remember the scale, you can remember the raga, you can remember the gamaka, you can remember the tala, these two are the most important things you need know to be able to sing swara. And what are they? The start point of the song in the, what swara it starts on and where it starts in the tala. Okay? And after that, you have to know phrases in that ragam. If Mohana has Sarigapa Dasa, Sarigapa Dasa, I wouldn't keep doing Sarigapa Gari, Sarigapa Dapa Gari, Sarigapa Dasa Dapa Gari, Gapa Dasa Risat. We cannot sing swarams like that. So what kind of phrases can I incorporate in the raga to make it sound more beautiful? It should always be made more beautiful. It should sound aesthetic, it should be melodious. So these are things that we just get out of more and more and more listening, learning and practice. Okay? And something very essential that I feel these days gets forgotten is to take the time to learn as many compositions as possible in a single raga and remember those compositions when you come to the Manodharma segment. So you might say, I know the scale of Mohana is Sarigapa Dasa. Why do I need the compositions? I can do so many patterns with these 5 notes. I can make my permutations, combinations. But why do I need to know the composition? We'll come to that point when we do the swara. The next important point is listening. How many of you have heard your teachers tell you, listen, you have to listen a lot? Have any of your teachers told you? What do you have to listen to? How do you listen to it? So, no, I'm not saying everyone doesn't listen the proper way, but just to re-emphasize what we mean by listening, when you're listening to a clipping or a concert or a recording or a live event, concentrate. See, like everyone is now mostly 90 to 100% in this, concentrating in this room or online, right? So concentrate while listening. I hear people say, oh, I was the slightly older people, the adults, so I hear them say, I was in the kitchen cooking and I was playing the recording. And I was listening to the class recording. I was listening to the concert. I listened to 2 full concerts today. And then I asked them, what was the main kriti in the first concert? I'm sorry, I don't remember. So, well, not that kind of listening. Even if you can spare about 30 minutes a day of concentrated listening, as in, sit in one place, don't do anything else, no math homework, no catching up on work that you have at school, no messaging your friends, no checking your phone for other things. If your phone is playing the video, I think we just have to concentrate and listen. So that is the concentration part of it. What you have to listen, what you have to look out for, we'll do during the course of the session. A few points, okay? I don't think I'll be able to cover the entire extent of what you can listen to. Just take a few cues from what we do in the session. Then the next thing is you listen to a phrase. Say, you listen to that and go, oh, that's a nice phrase. And don't stop there. Be determined to try and do the same phrase in your voice, whether it is swara or whether it is alapana. See, in many songs, we hear people stop at a certain line and do an akara there during the course of the song. And that might be the best part of the entire song in that recording. So if you feel that is really nice, go back to it. And now we have the option of just going back a few seconds to listen to the phrase again. So listen to that and try and reproduce that step by step. So that's how we learn to repeat the phrases. When we learn sangatis in songs, when we learn lyrics, how do we do it? By repeated listening. We memorize it. Manodharmam, I wouldn't suggest memorize, but if you do enjoy a certain phrase, if you would like to sing a certain phrase, listen to it 10 times, listen to it 15 times, listen to it 20 times. It takes that much time. So a 5-second phrase might take you about 15 minutes to grasp. It doesn't matter really. So don't ever go for this quick fix listening. No, the teacher gave me listening homework. I finished 10 minutes of listening today and that's done. So not that kind of listening. And then productive listening. All the above points of listening fall under productive listening. And then of course, practice and confidence. Just to recap, what were the main, I gave you 5 main words. Can you just, you can all say it together. I'll ask the people offline to give me 2 and maybe the people online to give me 3. So what was the first main thing I said we should? Accuracy. Yes, we need accuracy. And the second one? Memory. All of you have a good one. Okay, nice. Okay. Can we ask someone from online for the third point? What was the third point I requested all of you to follow? Mahati can unmute and let me know. Can you say that again, aloud? Listening, yes. Good. The second to last point, what was it? The people online, can you remember? Accuracy, memory, listening, and so if you're accurate and you have a good memory and you listen, will the swarams just come out? Yes, I think Lekha has her hand up. You can unmute. Yes, Lekha.
We should remember the start point of the song.
Right. Remember, that goes with memory. True. That's very important. Yes. What was the... I can't see. I think you have your name as guest. Confidence, yes. There was one more point. Can you please put your name there so I can call your name instead of calling you guest? Okay. Thank you. Yes. What's the other point? There was one more. You can all unmute and say it. I think that's... Practice, yes. Yes, true. Okay, and there might be more points. So I'm not covering an exhaustive list of points here. There's some of them that you need to keep in mind while you do any kind of practice in music. Okay, but even for songs, these things are true. So the memory part, the accuracy part, the listening part, very true for songs too, except that the start point and the end point of the swara is something which we'll do when we go to the Kalpana swaras. Let's just warm up with a very simple exercise. What I'll do is I'll sing just 4 notes. Are all of you comfortable with the Kriti Vatapi? Do all of you know it or have you heard it? The Kriti in Hamsadwani? All okay? Yeah. What about those online? Vatapi Ganapatim, is it familiar to most of you? Don't worry, I won't ask you to sing the entire song. It's just the first line. Okay, so the way I sing the start line would be Vatapi. That's all we have to do, okay? So just keep this phrase in mind. Vatapi. And I will stop and take the 4-note swara in first beat. Well, in memory, that again is an important thing. So you have to decide what speed you are singing the swara in. Are you doing ga, re, sa, re? Are you doing one note in a beat? Are you doing ga, re, sa, re? Are you doing two notes in a beat? Are you doing four notes in a beat? So that kind of memory also is required, because we cannot do sa, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi as our first swaram and then do ga, pa, ni, pa, ga, re, sa, ni, pa, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi. And then suddenly you feel like doing tishram, sa, re, ga, re, sa, ni, pa, ni, sa, ni, sa. So we can't do swarams in this haywire method. We have to figure out which speed we do at first. So here I will start with two notes in a beat, which we in normal terms call it as first speed. In Sarali Varsai, what do we call first speed? Just to clear any confusion which may arise. So when you learn first speed of Sarali Varsai, we are taught one note in one beat. When we come to Kalpana Swaras, it's normally two notes in one beat. So we just in proportion to that, say second speed is 4 notes in a beat, third speed is 8 notes in a beat, and so on, okay? So let me sing just 4 notes on the second dhritam of the talam, and you can just repeat the same thing. So after Vatapi, leave the one dhritam empty and sing the 4 notes. You can all do it together first, okay? Vatapi sa, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi. Your turn. Sa, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Re, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi. Re, ni, sa, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ni, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ni, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, ga, re, re, va, ta, pi. Ga, ga, re, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, pa, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, re, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Pa, re, ga, re, va, ta, pi. Sa, re, ga, pa, va, ta, pi. Sa, re, ga, pa, va, ta, pi. Ga, pa, ni, pa, va, ta, pi. Ga, pa, ni, pa, va, ta, pi. Ni, pa, ga, pa, va, ta, pi. Ni, pa, ga, pa, va, ta, pi. Sa, ni, 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 pa, va, ta, pi. Re, sa, ni, Pavatapi. Right. I think the video is frozen there. Karini Pavatapi. Very nice. Nirini Pavatapi. Very nice. All of you sounding very tuneful and really, really good. Nice. So, what notes did we end the Swarams on? You heard 4 answers. Sometimes Re, sometimes Pa. That's right. Okay. And why? Yes, because the Vatapi starts on the Ga. So does anyone have any doubt why we ended on Re and Pa from online? I think the people here gave me all the answers. I couldn't get the answers from you. Can anyone let me know if you have a doubt why we ended on Re and Pa and not on any other note? Can all of you online hear us? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear all of us? Okay. You can. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, did we cover about 20 different 4-note patterns at least? Okay. Do you think the best way to do this is to memorize the patterns in advance or create them on the spot? Okay, but you would memorize it too if... No. Okay, so the thing is, okay, for you to realize how extraordinarily simple it is to do this, let us just do a small exercise. We'll do it individually. Let me give you 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just come up with 2 patterns, no, let's go with 1 pattern each because there are a lot of people. So individually, give me the possible combinations you can come up with, 1, 2, 3, 4. And form 4, just the end number should be 4. You should have just 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 1, 3, 4. Or you can even give me something like 1, 2, 3 with a gap on the 1 and then 2, 3 or 1, 2, 2, 3. So you can say any number twice or thrice or leave a gap on a number with 1, 2, 3 and still give me 4. Okay? Let's see how many patterns we can come up. We'll start here. I want everyone to try this. Yes. Can you give it a go? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
1, 2, 2, 3.
1, 2, 2, 3. Good.
3, 2, 3, 4.
3, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 4. Yes. Okay. 4, 3, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. Okay. Then 2, 1, 3, 4. Yes. 3, 3, 1, 4. Yes. 1, 1, 2. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 4. You can try. Say that again. 2, 3, 4. Is it? Okay. 2, 1, 3, 4. You didn't memorize that, no? Yeah. Okay. Yes. What about you? No? Yeah. You can try. 3, 4, 2, 1. 3, 2, 4. You have to be clear with the gap, okay? Okay. From online, can I ask Shreya to give me one combination? 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay. Mahati? 1, 4, 3, 4. Yes. Vidyut? Vidyut, can you unmute and tell me? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Navya? 2, 4, 1, 3. Yes. Abhiram? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Akshara? Is it Akshara? Yes. 2, 1, 3. Good. Mahima? 1, 3, 2, 4. Great. Radhika? 3, 1, 2, 3? Oh, 1, 3, 2. Lekha?
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4. Okay, nice. Is it Laya? Yes. 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay. Aditya? 4, 4, 4, 3. Okay. I can't see the name of the next person. Atharva? 1314, yes. I don't think a single pattern repeated, right? Is there anyone else who didn't get a turn online? You can just unmute and yes, there's one row below which I can't see. Yes. 2324. Okay. Next. Those of you who haven't had a chance, please unmute and just keep giving me combinations. 1, 1, 2. Okay. Next. I can still see some who haven't said it yet. I didn't hear that. Can you be a little louder? 2, 1, 4. Okay. One more. Or 2, 1, 3. The same person is giving me the same type of pattern? Okay, fine. The next person. I can't see everyone. 1 second. Is there a way I can see the others on the side or something? So, because I can see some random initials now. Or if you can scroll right on the page and I can see them. Yes. 2, 3, 1, 4. Yes. You can just unmute and tell me the patterns. Don't wait now. Because. Yes. Okay, so 1114. Very nice. So I think we all realize how easy it is to make patterns with any number of notes or any number of numbers. We just have to apply our minds. So this concept that you can elongate a note or say double of any note, that we have to understand more and more, because when I see many students doing swarams in the initial stages, they feel the need to sing continuously or sing each note only once. If you say you're doing a raga, you have only those a maximum of 7 notes mostly at your beck and call, right? So you need only those. You need to remember that those 7 notes can be sung twice, they can be sung thrice. You can leave a gap on those notes, provided those notes sound good when you leave a gap on them. So if I'm taking Hamsadhwani first since it's a common ragam and I'm sure that all of us are familiar with it. So if I start like this, so it doesn't really sound like Hamsadhwani to my ears to just go and stop on that re. So to know which note you can, or which swara you can elongate, or which note you can go and stop on is extremely essential to be able to do these kinds of patterns. But great work, everyone. So good. So after this, I would like us to just, could we zoom in onto the board to this Adi Talam section of it? How many dritams do we have in Adi Talam? 2. Everyone agrees? 2? Okay. And remember, this speed is first speed, and we are having 2 swarams per beat, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now you're being shown this board where I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on top, and those cross marks below are to just indicate those aksharams. And below that, it says 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so on, up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is just to give you an idea how we can structure the swarams at a very basic level. Okay, so the 1 would be what note? What swara can I sing at 1 vatapi? What notes can I sing? Ri or pa. Very nice. So I can sing ri or pa for the one aksharam. So if I have to do 2 aksharams, let's keep ri, okay? Because we don't want to confuse both the ri and the pa now. I don't want to say sari, and I don't want to say ri and then say gapa for the second one. So let's just keep it at ri now. So if I do ri va ta pi for the 1, For the 1, 2 will be sari or gari. That's up to us. We use our discretion and choose whichever one we want. We can also do gari and then the 3 notes. If it is gari, pagari or rigari. Again, there are many patterns that you can create for 3 ending on the ri. So it doesn't have to be pagari, but it's just for reference sake. I've taken ri, gari, pagari. And for 4 notes, ni pagari. I can do ga pagari also. So you don't have to feel, oh, why can't I do ga pagari? You can do anything you like ending on the ri for 4 notes, okay? And then sa ni pagari for 5. And for 6, re sa ni pa ga re. And for 7, ga re sa ni pa ga re. Okay. For 8, I find that some people... nice. Yeah, so that's what I was coming to. So when I say, try pagari sani pagari, hi pa, they all go, yeah, hi pa. But let's do rigari sani pagari to avoid the conflict of our voices and the range. No, if you can manage a pagari sani pagari, please go ahead, okay? So I don't want you straining your voices yet. So we'll do rigari sani pagari for 8 notes. Okay, so before we do that, let's just count the aksharams. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 vatapi. So you don't have to sing the vatapi. You can just say vatapi. And then we'll go on to maybe we'll sing it, no? It'll sound better. Okay. 1 vatapi. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Number. That's okay. So we'll come back to the swarams the next round because I want everyone to get an idea of how to count there. Remember, the first 7 that before we say the 1 will be in our mind. Can you all manage that? The ones online, all of you online, can you manage counting 7 in your mind and then saying 1? Okay. So I'll listen to you do it once we do it here, okay? So don't worry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Va. Now 6 in the mind. 1, 2, vata. We will do the numbers first, okay? 1, 2, 3. No, wait. So let's do the numbers first because the 1, 2, 3 can be anything, which is why I want you to do the numbers first. I can do gagari, I can do sasari, I can do nisari, I can do niri. So I don't want anyone to feel that that's the only way of doing it, which is why I want you to do the numbers first. Okay, let's start from 5 in the mind and say 1, 2, 3 before vatapi, okay? 1, 2, 3, vata. 4 in the mind and say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, vatapi. 3 in the mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, vatapi. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, vatapi.